get on your mat for some hot summer yoga. You can opt to be outside like I am today, or of course you can do this indoors as well. We are going to start in an easy seat position. Sit tall, relax our shoulders, and slowly inhale and exhale. We're going to be here for just a little bit, so make sure we're emptying our minds and being in the present moment. From here, we're going to remain in our easy seat position. We're just going to do a couple of neck stretches and eventually move into some shoulder rolls as well, just to kind of loosen up our upper body. I'm going to do some seated side stretches here as well, just kind of gently bringing my hand to my head and pulling my head to the opposite side, really loosening and stretching and kind of lengthening out the side of our neck and our shoulders. And then from here, we're going to just stretch out our side body. So kind of going into a crescent moon position, we're just going to twist our body down towards our mat, leaving the opposite elbow to kind of just rest on our mat. And same for the other side. In a tabletop position, we're going to go into our cat-cow pose. My hands were burning, by the way. It was like 85 degrees this day, and my mat is black. So anyways, we're going to just bend our back in towards the mat, getting a great spinal stretch. Lifting our chin, and then we're going to do the opposite. So back kind of goes towards the sky, chin into chest, and we're just going to flow this out right here. Moving our spine vertebrae by vertebrae. And from here, we're going to just rest into child's pose. Arms are stretched out in front of you and just relaxing here. From here, we're going to bring ourselves up and place our right leg in front of us. Left leg goes back. We're going to get into a low lunge. Really feeling this stretch in the hip flexors. And we're going to move then into a half split. So kind of just seeing how far we can go in our low lunge, of course making sure to protect the knee. Go super gently here. We want to make sure that we're not injuring anything. And from here, we're going to go ahead and switch legs. Left leg out in front, right leg goes back for our low lunge. And going into our half split. Just making sure to take these poses very slow, especially in the transition, and really feeling this in the hip flexors. And from here, we're going to just gradually get down to the ground. Right leg goes in front, left leg is just kind of resting on the inside of the right thigh. We're going to grab a hold of our foot or our calf or our knee. Wherever you are today is totally fine. Again, we want to make sure we're feeling a nice stretch. And from here, we're going to do the same thing except for on the left side. So left leg is straight out, right leg is bent in towards the left thigh. And from here, I'm just gonna place both of my legs straight out and grab a hold of my ankles or my shins or my knees, wherever we are. So up in our downward dog. Quick little plank and into our ragdoll. So really feeling a good stretch in the backs of the legs. And you can bend your knees as needed, of course. If this doesn't feel great for you, there are modifications. And we're going back into downward dog, but not for long. We are going into a plank just for a second, downward dog, and into a ragdoll. And from here, downward dog, but not for long. We're down into a plank, downward dog again, walking our hands back to our feet in for a ragdoll. And again, downward dog, but not for long. Going to go into a plank and back up to downward dog, and then gradually into our ragdoll once again. Y'all, it was so hot this day. I had to head back inside and pause the video and get a towel because this was quickly turning into a very sweaty hot yoga. Anyways, feet on our mat about hip width distance apart. We're going to sit in an invisible chair. So as low as you can go through the legs, we're going to bend. You have a few options for your hands here. You can have them out towards your sides in prayer position, out towards the front of you. You could even have them on your hips. It's totally up to you. Just trying to sit back as far as you can, making sure that our knees are not over our toes. Make sure to stand tall through your back when you do come up. And lower back, we're going to do some pulses here as well, just to feel a little extra burn. And pulse, pulse, pulse. Come up, stand tall. You can shake that out here. And back down again. Just little mini pulses here. And back up, standing nice and tall. And bending back down into that seat. Pulse, pulse, pulsing. bringing the right leg straight flat on the mat, and the left leg is just bent in towards our right leg. We are going to go into tree pose. So again, that left leg just rests right on the thigh of the right leg, and you have a few options for your hands here. Either prayer position, you could have the branches of your trees grow above your head or at the side. And to help your balance, I always recommend kind of focusing on something in the distance that is not moving. And lowering that leg down, we are going to do the same on the opposite side. So left leg remains straight, foot is flat on the mat, right leg is bent in towards the left leg's thigh. And again, you do have options here for your arms. You could even kind of crescent moon the sides of your arms out. Return both feet to the mat in a standing position. We're going to go to our dancer pose. So grab your right foot and bring it back. Try to deepen this stretch, really feeling it through the hip flexors while keeping your opposite leg nice and planted on the ground. Again, this is all a balancing game. So we're going to go ahead and switch our legs now. Left leg goes back up behind us. Right leg is planted on the mat, and you can have your arm straight out in front of you while the other one still grabs a hold of that back leg. And slowly and gently coming out of this position, both feet return to the mat. We're then going to get on our mat and get into a child's pose just to round out everything, really feeling a good deep stretch in the shoulders and just resting ourselves here. We're going to be here for just a moment. Gently coming out of this position, we're going to flip over on our mat, laying on our back this time. And you have the option here to have your knees bent with your feet flat on the mat, or you can also have them straight out in front of you, whatever feels best for you. And we are going to just take a couple of moments in Savasana. Of course, you can have your hands on your heart, on your stomach, one on either, or in receiving position. All is up to you. Just make sure to rest, relax your jaw, soften your shoulders, and take a full inhale and exhale. And slowly now coming out of Savasana at your own pace. I'm grabbing my knees and just kind of rocking there. But thank you all so much for joining me today. I loved having you here. While it was burning hot, it was still so much fun. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.